Hey everyone, I am here in Ocean Grove. I cannot believe it. This place is packed of people, packed. And I am so thankful, thank you Lord, that I was able to find a parking spot that I do not have to back in. I just had to back into. It was so good. So I'm here. I'm actually not too far from the great auditorium. So let's let's walk that way. Let's walk that way. Let me flip you around so you can see where we're going. Where are we going? I think it's this way. This place is totally packed with people. Look at all those cars down there. Look at all those cars. Oh my goodness. It's a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day here. It's like not sunny, it's overcast, and it's not humid. It's perfect. Hey KP! How's it going? So I'm walking towards, I'm thinking the great auditorium. I don't have it on my map, but I passed it. And so that's where I'm heading right now. So just to get my bearings set. Just to get my bearings. Ooh, look at that courtyard. Ooh, isn't that pretty? That's really pretty. Oh, Scott is live too? Okay. Hi, Denise. Well, you can tell Scott that I'm walking his way, I think. I probably should have put a map. I should have probably checked my map, but yeah, it was a really easy. Oh, McClin. Oh, there's the cottage. There's the cottage right there that Scott told me that I need to go on a tour. Ooh, maybe we'll catch the tour already. Oh, this is the back of it, yes. The choir festival. Okay, we might actually catch a tour right now. I don't know if I can stay live. Let's see. Sure, I'd like to come. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Was it always green or was it white in those photos?
It was white. Almost every house in town was white.
Were they painted it green when they after they moved it?
I guess after they
At some
moved
point,
it, yes,
yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Eventually it was painted green.
Yes. There's only certain approved colors that you can paint things in Ocean Grove.
Interesting.
All the land here is owned by the Catering Association. And what you do is you buy, it's a 99-year lease.
Yep.
And you buy the assignment of that lease.
Yep.
So if I want to paint my front porch a different color, there's a bunch of ladies telling me if I can.
True, true.
Now I'm old, so I'm allowed to say that.
Oh, thank you.
So the fabric on this couch is original from the 1860s, and that is also to remind you to say you can take all the pictures you want, but please don't touch it.
Yes.
Victorians were collectors. They like to do crafts. This, for example, we just got this. Funny, there was a picture of somebody, we didn't know who it was. So every guy could make up the name. This is called Schnitzen. And that's the Lord's Prayer cut out of one single piece of paper.
Oh, that's neat.
So when they moved this here, they took all the 1969 stuff out and made it the way it would look like. Actually, if this was here at the beach, it wouldn't be quite so fancy. So everything's nothing's original, but everything's correct to the period. Shell collecting, everything about Japan, there's a word for that just escapes me, Japanese, whatever. And something.
Yeah.
When you didn't get the best tour.
No, it was great. I'm having a great
I
time.
forget my name.
That's beautiful.
That's another thing. So you know, our curator made a lot of this stuff, and recreated it. If your loved one died, you may want to take locks of their hair and make a plaque or to remind you of them or keep them in your memory. That one over there is made out of the human hair from one family. Wow. Now the whole family didn't die at the same time, but and girlfriends would make bracelets out of their hair. Kind of like Taylor Swifty kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
I'd be out of hair.
this is Reverend Stokes and his family in front of his tent, the first president of Ocean Grove. This is Mr. Howland, the guy who had the first hotel here. There are about around 100, one way or another, big hotels or boarding houses here at one time. These are known as camp meeting chairs, and what they would do, these fold up. So during the camp meeting, sometimes if there was a good speaker, 30,000 people would get off the train here to come hear them speak.
Whoa.
The auditorium, this great auditorium, which is the third iteration, was made to hold 10,000. It never did. But even so, 30,000 people coming. So there's several reasons. First, you wanted to be able to have a seat.
Yep.
Second, it was sticking hot in the great auditorium. And third, the speaker would speak for hours. So now you had a comfortable chair.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let's go in here. Here's another child's camp meeting chair. So if you were a proper Victorian, your friends, they knew you knew. You set your table properly, set your theme, flowers, mirror, proper place settings. And also, if you were wealthy, you could afford exotic fruit like bananas. And this dish is actually made, the whole bananas is called a banana boat. Across the street was this beautiful hotel, and this is the interior of it, called the Arlington House. That's the Arlington Arms Hotel, condominiums over there now. That was one of the reasons why people decided that we need to preserve Ocean Grove the way it was. So now we're a national historic place, not just this building, but the whole town, and a state historic place. Thus, the HPC, or Historic Preservation Commission, which I agree that I should have them decide what color my porch is. But a guy across the street from me bought his house 3 years ago, and he had to gut it. You can't knock a house down here. Seriously, you can. Very, very rarely.
Can't do the outside.
It took him 3 years. By the time he had it all gutted, got all the approvals, all the zoning and everything, before he spent one night in it. So, his opinion might be different than mine. Our house didn't even need a porch.
Wow.
So, yeah, so this is this is a chair that was from there. 7 presidents spoke in one or the other of the great auditoriums, Nixon being the last. When I used to count them on my fingers, but then you would know I forgot. So I know Grant, I know Roosevelt, Garfield, Wilson, but anyway, when President Grant was coming, you know, up until 1979, all wheeled vehicles had to be out of this town midnight Saturday till midnight Sunday. So President Grant would come here often, and his mom and his sister lived right over here by Wesley Lake, and he'd visit. Well, one day he was going to come on a Sunday. This is a true story, and he was going to hear one of his friends speak at the great auditorium. Now, I'm going to paraphrase, but the head of the camp meeting, the president said, oh my gosh, he's going to want to drive his carriage right in here on Sunday. So he wrote to President Grant. President Grant said, I'm the chief magistrate of all these lands. I'm responsible for all the laws of these lands, and I will obey all the laws of these lands. He parked his carriage outside, showed due respect, and walked into the great auditorium.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
And I get to say, I used to live here when the beach was closed till noon on Sunday.
Yeah.
So you know what my opinion on that is, but, yeah.
Wow.
So he also made his last speech at Great Auditorium.
Wow.
So Bill,
Incredible.
my wife's way talks way much longer than me, so this never coordinates. Well, let's talk about the kitchen. Do you have any questions about this in here?
No.
This, they say that Mrs. Fell, who built the house, his daughter was a piano teacher. Someone found this at the Collingswood Flea Market. It actually
Oh.
works. Someone was here this morning and said, "Oh, can I play that?" And they
my
did.
God.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
a pump organ, so you have to pump the pedal.
Oh, yeah.
So let's talk about the kitchen while she's up here. Oh, here they come.
Now, the wallpaper, they had wallpaper back then, unseen wallpaper.
And I was thinking, wow, that's kind of weird, but
By
then.
the way, the floors are painted to keep bugs away and sand and things
Right.
like
Oh,
that.
is that why they're painted?
This has been like this for probably 8 years.
1400s.
Nice.
Stayed the way it is.
They had it in the 1800s.
So I'll tell you about the
Yeah,
kitchen.
they really only started that in the Federalist period, which I mean, pre this. but
And the beautiful
wallpaper-
Candace will tell you all about the upstairs.
Oh, okay.
It's like going up a ladder.
Oh, yes, I'll follow you.
So the original owners had 4 children, but only one lived to be an adult, and that was a daughter. So this room, they decorated to look like a girl's room and just showcase a lot of the things that girls did in their free time. Scrapbooking, all kinds of needlework, knitting, crocheting, needlepoint. They loved to make collages with real things, artificial things, and shells, always the shells. And this particular design is called a sailor's valentine.
Aw.
It's the teeny little shells and seeds.
Wow.
And the sailors brought them back and gave them to their wives and sweethearts, pretending that they made them. Although did not happen. In the Bahamas, the ladies had a cottage industry and they sold them to the sailors.
Wow.
The person that curates all of this was a former art teacher, so she made this as a sample for us.
Oh, that's
I don't know how
beautiful.
many hours it took her
Wow.
to do it.
Or to collect everything, and she needs to do it. It's so neat.
She's very clever. And they had, the daughter had her own ensuite, and here's her sink and la toilette. I can't
Oh, yes.
imagine in the middle of the night trying to navigate that, but okay. And we didn't bathe very often, so we made these little lavender sachets, and you could put them in your drawer or under your pillow, or you could tie them to your skirt or down your shirt. And one of the groups of people that was here today said they're in the choir festival, and they said, well, a couple of the people we saw are already dressed in their attire for tonight, and we're going to be rehearsing for hours. And they said, we need these. We're sitting next to
Yes,
them.
yes. Preemptive measure.
Yes.
This is about 7 years old, and it still smells pretty strong.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
So they last a long time.
Oh, nice.
If you want to smell like lavender, I guess that's
Right.
better than
Yeah.
some other
Yes,
stuff.
true.
Ooh, I love that.
Me too.
Yeah, that's very nice.
And they had a sleeping porch, so if it got too hot in here, you could hang a hammock out here or drag a mattress out. And they probably had some curtains hanging down to keep out the bugs, because we didn't have mosquitoes here. This porch connects to the parents' room too, so we can't go out there because we're not sure how sturdy that is, and the railing is not up to
I was gonna say very low, yeah.
Right, yeah.
and anybody falling over. That would not be good. got these lovely ladies' gloves, and I could never figure out how any ladies got their hands in them.
Yeah,
Wow.
no kidding.
There was someone here from a museum who worked in antique clothing. She said there's little gussets in the side of these that open up,
Oh,
which still look pretty narrow.
Yeah,
yeah, I can't see my, get my hand in it.
no.
And none of the pictures that are here are pictures of the Fell family. There were 4 or 5 different owners before the Scold family bought the house. So all the original furnishings and pictures are gone, but they're all of the periods.
Recreated.
They love putting things in domes and like all these pretty things. And they were fascinated with Japanese porcelain. So that's all over the place.
I love the
Parasol,
Yeah.
All right, you look in that little tiny room and just be careful at the top of the stairs. It's an accident waiting to happen.
Yeah,
Right.
I love the arrow. Oh, look at the singer, the sewing machine.
We're not sure what that little room was. When we got the house, I wasn't around then.
Yeah.
At first we thought maybe it was a bathroom, but we used it as a sewing room. It leads to the attic upstairs,
Oh.
which could have been used for children to sleep in. If you had a maid, you might have slept up there or extra guests. But this year we're using it as a sewing room. Luckily for them, by 1873, Singer had a sewing machine invented, so it made sewing a lot easier. And the ladies loved silk because it made lots of noise. But to make the noise, they added salts to the material, which made the material shred after a time. And in that, you can see sunlight through parts of the dress and under the arm where it starts to just pull apart. But this is 100 years old, so how long do you want your clothes to last?
Exactly.
Right.
That was very
Oh, I'm bored with that stuff.
Yes.
Lasts longer than anything today.
Go ahead.
This is the nursery or playroom, which in the old days, kids didn't have their own rooms, but this is just designed to showcase all the kids' things.
Their little
That is the baby's bathtub, and it's very light, actually. But I think it was probably down in the kitchen, so you didn't have to haul water up, and then
Oh, that makes sense.
this you can pick up and throw the water out the window. It would be a little difficult.
Yes.
So that would be in the kitchen most likely. And this is a picture of this person from Ocean Grove that donated his bear to us.
Oh,
A Stife bear that's
nice, yeah.
well-loved little guy.
On the wheels too. It's-
I like the bed for the bear.
Yeah. I love the ice truck.
Yeah.
That's
I
really
love those old toys. Except for the monkeys. They were fascinated with monkeys. They had monkeys as pets, I guess because they were
Oh.
exotic, and if you had money, you get a monkey as a pet.
Mhm.
They're not good pets.
Yeah, no.
And then they have stuffed monkeys, like, ew.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Robinson Crusoe.
And the marbles were glass then, and the dominoes were ivory back then,
oh, yeah.
which won't happen now.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Look at the little, I'm assuming
The
it was a
little
potty
potty
chair.
chair.
Yeah, it was like, not much has
There was
changed,
A
right?
young girl here from Vermont, she said, that is weird though, like you're sitting on the, trying to go to the bathroom and you're rocking back.
Well,
Go with what
On a
works,
cruise
right?
ship or something.
Yeah.
It is kind of weird,
She's not wrong.
but it's better than that chamber pot.
Yeah.
right, yeah. It's one of those viewfinders, you put the pictures in,
Primary bedroom.
there's all the cards.
And that's that giant bed.
That's like ghost stories, gospel stories.
Of
Of course.
Spring freezer. And then in the beginning of 1900s, they had invented invented the disposable razor. Not plastic yet, but
Yeah.
still, it was better than the straight razor.
Wow, wow, wow.
So the parents also had an ensuite, and they were lucky, they had the deluxe model.
Oh.
A back, a seat, a lid.
Wow.
What more could you ask?
Right, right.
Bidet.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And the oldest child had to empty the chamber pot.
That,
So
that's a
probably
chore.
Had
Yeah.
an outhouse out back, and this family apparently had some money, so they probably had a housekeeper or something. This isn't original to the house, but there were so many boarding houses in Ocean Grove. So this was donated by one on Ocean Pathway. So you just put the water in the tank and
Ah.
plug up your sink,
Oh.
turn on the water, do whatever you need to do and unplug it. And like the bathtub in there, this lifts up, this pulls out, and you just,
Fascinating.
Oh,
depending
wow.
on who's going by, you throw it out the window.
Yeah. I've never seen that.
Yeah, I was
either.
gonna ask, that's not running water, that is the
It's
water
not-
tank.
It's not running water, it's just from the tank,
The
whatever you
tank.
put in the tank.
Amazing.
That's clever, how they made it
But
into
I
a mirror.
rented a house in Ocean City for 25 years, and it had been a boarding house. And in the bedroom that I stayed in, it had a sink like this, and it was hooked up to running water at that
Oh.
time.
Yeah.
But the house was that old that originally it wasn't.
That's
Wow.
incredible. It's very clever.
It's fascinating.
Yeah.
And we have our curling iron that you heat on the stove.
Oh my God.
And, you know, if you watch Little Women, you burn your glove.
Oh,
yeah.
You burn your face.
Yeah, exactly.
And who needs a taser? We have a hat pin.
Oh my God.
This would hold your hat in place, or if I told you to back off and you did, would do some serious damage.
Yes.
And that is a water jug.
I know.
It's kind of weird, I don't know. And then the parents' sleeping porch also.
Sitting for just so
I know. It's a great idea.
Yeah.
And this furniture is so huge. I think it comes apart, but still, I don't know how it got through the hallway or up the stairs. I know how the mattress, this is, believe it or not, a new mattress that came
Whoa.
up over the porch room.
Oh.
Two guys were in a pickup truck, and there were two other guys up here, and they kind of like pulled it up.
Oh my God. That doorway's really
Maybe
narrow
that's how the
too.
furniture got up here.
That's wild.
One advantage of the lower trellis on the trellis,
Yeah,
whatever.
stuff
Yeah, yeah.
Lower thing on the you can get stuff over it and into the house. So
Yeah.
Nice.
Very cool.
I hope you guys can hear okay.
okay. Yeah.
Be careful of going down the ladder.
I know it is steep.
Oh, let me get a pitch, let me show you this.
Ocean Grove stairs.
Sorry, I gotta catch up. I gotta catch up. Sorry.
That's all right.
All right.
Kitchen's about this size.
Oh, wow.
It does have counters though.
Yeah.
These things over here, the thing that has like a upside down bottom there, that's for doing the wash. That's, you'd have a big pot and just not push it up and down. The thing that looks like a foot there is for darning socks or drying socks, darning meaning repairing them. You can see the rug beater there. You take the rugs outside and beat the sand and the bugs out of them. Apple core, apple peeler, core.
Core. That's a little hard to say.
Yeah, 3 times fast.
Is that a toaster?
There's a coffee grinder. Yeah, that's a toaster. People say that that toast that makes is really good.
I would believe it.
Yeah.
Oh, my grandmother had one.
One of my, well, that is a high chair that turns into a stroller.
Wow.
A walker, I
Oh, it has
mean.
wheels.
And one of my favorite things, besides that little teddy bear thing with the, you know what I mean, up
Yeah.
there.
Yes.
This is Mrs. Wagner. Mrs. Wagner made pies, and her husband would deliver them all over town, and she got to be very successful. As a matter of fact, her family then, Mrs. Wagner's Pies, had a factory in Brooklyn and in Newark, and you could buy her pies all the way out to Chicago. As a matter of fact, there's a song, bought a pack of cigarettes and Mrs. Wagner's Pie and off to see America. And that's Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
And that's what they were talking about. And you can see they're kind of like tasty cakes, you know, they're kind of long and easy to carry around.
It's really interesting. Yeah.
That's amazing.
All different on the oil lamps, the ice box, the iceman would deliver the ice and it would go in here to keep things cold. Another thing that's cool, you know, you're not supposed to use soap on cast iron. So they use this like chainmail to scrape the cast iron. You can get these from Amazon now. They're made out of stainless steel. As a matter of fact, we have one, and you know what I mean. And we use it for all kinds of pots and pans. You would save all the little pieces of soap in this thing here, and then when you're doing the wash, you would just swish that in your wash pot there to save soap.
That's
So, yeah.
clever.
There's a spice grinder over here, a sausage grinder here, or meat grinder anyway, yeah.
Coal bucket.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Any
All the old
other
medicines.
questions about the kitchen or anything else
It's also cool.
about Ocean Grove? So are you going to the choir festival?
No. No, we just.
I am.
Good.
A friend of mine's in the choir.
Yeah.
We've been hearing them rehearsing. It's
Yeah,
really
lovely.
We started coming, I don't know if she told you, we came for the flea market the first time. About 21 or so years ago, they have a huge, all this space over here where the pathway is all full of vendors. Not quite as good as now as it used to be, but so we started coming for that.
I've been to the craft fair. They do on
The breeze coming through from the front door to the back is just amazing. Like if you had the front door open like they do and the back door, the breeze coming through the house is just fantastic. I'll show you this chandelier. Look at this.
Are you going to the Strawberry Festival or the choir?
Oh my gosh, that is fantastic.
You want to sit down for a minute?
This is the front parlor again.
I'm going in without you, so well, I'll tell you about the outside of it.
Look at that oil lamp with the white herring on it. That is fantastic. Oh, I love this because this is just like so sure. It's like, it's just amazing to be at a place like this. And actually, oh, look at the coffee pot. Oh, I didn't even see this over here. Oh my gosh. I think we had this. Oh my gosh, we had this chocolate pot. That's fantastic. Oh, look at this biscuit jar. Oh my gosh. Look at that up there.
They will. Now if you say, hey, can I see your cat?
I know. I caught the tour on time, didn't I, KP? That's super exciting. Look at that's probably real butterflies in there. Fantastic. Oh, here's that glass that is always the souvenir of the shore. And look at this. Oh my gosh, that is so cool.
I started learning about because
This is the pipe organ.
you know what I mean? Yeah. So just yesterday we were seated.
I know. Couldn't you live here, Brenda? This is fantastic.
We've been to Round Lake camping where the tents came from. We rented the Civil War surplus.
Yeah, the wallpaper, Roxanne, is fantastic. Look at that. Oh, you went through Abraham Lincoln's house in Illinois. That's so cool, Lisa. Yeah, look at the floors. The floors are fantastic. They're all painted. Then this whole thing has shells. Oh my gosh. I should do that. This is like totally in, look at this. It's one of those big fan baskets with all seashells in it. Oh my gosh, I am like so inspired now. I'm gonna put seashells in everything. This is the desk. This is another one of those camp chairs. Oh, I think I have to leave now. Thank you so much. I am too.
And yeah, did you hear me say there's a walking tour that I think they go into tents that starts at the tabernacle?
Oh, okay.
Between 1 and 4.
1 and 4?
Somebody
Okay.
came in here and told me that. So.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna get a picture.
Yeah. Of course, today's the day that they do all that special stuff.
Yes, yes. Yeah, today is the day.
Coming with their friends.
Jadeite coffee grinder. All right, I think I have to go, friends. The next tour is coming through. But that was fantastic, wasn't it? Oh my gosh. Oh, the breeze here is fantastic. This is the porch. I'll give you guys a tour, a little bit of the yard a little bit. Oh, and there's the auditorium right there. So this is fantastic how close it is. Oh, I'm so glad I was able to get you guys on tour. That's fantastic. Let me see if I can get a picture of what the house looks from the outside. It's just sort of snuck up on me. It was raining a little bit actually. Oh, I forgot my umbrella. I might have to go back and get my umbrella. This is the outside of it. We'll go across the street here. Oh, isn't that fantastic? That is fantastic. And then that's the back of the auditorium. So I'll walk up here a minute. I just hope it doesn't rain too hard because I wanted to bring my umbrella and I forgot it. So we're just gonna walk up here a second. Oh, you guys are so welcome. I'm happy to bring you guys all along here. So that's it there. I'll only go across the street because there's a guy smoking up here, I think. Oh, I'll look at this plaque over here and you guys can read it, or I'll read it to you. Oh, look at these hydrangeas. Oh my gosh, I never saw these hydrangeas in purple in this color before. This is the garden. So here is the plaque of the Centennial Cottage, originally owned by Elizabeth Fell of Philadelphia. So I'll let you guys read that for a second. 22% of the cottages and tents in Ocean Grove were owned by women, and 52% of the boarding houses were owned and operated by women. The high number of female property owners was reflected of the town itself, a center of social activism and women's movement. Wow, that's really neat. Best Saturday ever. Well, I'm glad you guys are enjoying that. I'm not really sure who these people are, but I think this could be Annie Whitmire and Frances Willard, the first and second presidents of the National Women's Tempest Union. All right, that is very cool. And this is where the carriages would come up and stop, and there's the block where the ladies would step off. Thank you, sir, for letting me into the cottage. You guys can read that. Thank you. What's that? Oh, sure. Let me I'm live with my friends.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I can say goodbye and then I'll take a picture. Hey everyone, I am here in Ocean Group. I cannot believe